President Trump just signed a new executive order getting rid of our disability benefits. Wait, what? This week, a veteran DM'd me something that caught me off guard. It looked like an executive order, official seal, signature, the whole nine from the Federal Registry. The executive order said some pretty interesting things about veteran benefits being affected. So when I looked it up, no records and found this did not exist anywhere. So this is your warning. Somebody faked an executive order and is spreading it around veteran circles to stir up fears. That's not just messed up, it's quite frankly dangerous. So let's read exactly what this fake executive order said, word for word, what's actually circulating around veteran circles. So, first off, Executive Order 14239 2 doesn't exist because 14239 is about national preparedness at the state and local level and things like that. But this one is titled Ending the Fraud and Abuse of Military Benefits, military disability benefits to be exact. So, the purpose of this policy is to ensure the honor and sacrifice for those who committed it to serving, et cetera, et cetera. But there's some interesting things here. So I've highlighted some points starting off right before the highlighted. Too many individuals join the military, serve 4 or 8 years, and then receive a discharge with a disability rating that secures them lifelong benefits, often exceeding what any person receiving Social Security benefits obtains. First of all, that's asinine because why would that be a thing as far as how long you served? This order mandates a rigorous review of such cases through unannounced visits, surveillance, and other investigative measures to determine the true extent of an individual's disability and work capability. If a recipient is found to be capable of work, it follows that they should not continue to receive military disability benefits or incur costly VA healthcare expenses associated with such benefits. This action is necessary to eliminate wasteful spending. First of all, it's not a military disability, it's a VA benefit thing, but neither here nor there. The plan includes provisions scrolling down for a mandatory reevaluation of all military disability recipients using unannounced visits and covert surveillance measures. All recipients shall be notified of the mandatory reevaluation and shall receive a letter that includes a consent to surveillance and unannounced searches of their person, residence, vehicle, place of business, storage unit, or any other property that may assist in determining the current level of disability and work capability. It goes on to say a few other things, establishment of this, 180 days. So it sounds real official, signature, the whole 9 yards. Obviously, not a true thing that came out. So this is literally something being circulated around. People don't know this thing. So, of course, they're going to assume this is true because it has a federal registry number, it has a date signed, signature, and looks pretty official for all intents and purposes. But when you actually go to look this up on the Federal Register, it does not exist. So the reality is, if I saw this out of context, I would believe it as well. That's how real it looks. But here's the thing, it doesn't exist anywhere in public registers, as I said, or the White House archives. And trust me, I checked everything from the White House, the Federal Registry, etc., and so on. Now, here's why this is such a big deal. Veterans depend on their benefits, not just financially, but for medical care, for therapy, for housing, you name it, a slew of different things. So scaring veterans with fake documents like this is twisted. It causes panic, anxiety, distrust. And right now, in a political climate that already has people on edge, this kind of manipulation is sadly poison. So, a few ways that you could protect yourself and what you can do moving forward. One, always verify. If you get something like this, check if it's from an official website, not just a screenshot, or the White House website, or the Federal Registry. Reach out to someone who knows the system or can verify this. Don't just forward or repost stuff unless it comes from credible sources. And if you're ever unsure, send it to me or someone you trust in this space, and I'll take a look at it. We will get back to you in some shape, fashion, or form. So I don't make these videos for clicks. I make them to protect our community. And if you've been overwhelmed by this process or you've hit a wall in your claim, my team is also here. No pressure, no pitch, just a real assessment if we can help you. So at the end of the day, it's about options for our veterans, whether it's a live class, an on-demand class, or a one-on-one call, or at least a safe space to ask a question where you won't be sold fear and fear mongering. So stay sharp, feel free to reach out, and please don't let fear win. Let me know your thoughts when it comes to this type of lies that are being spread in our space.